This is D, and let's dress for life. That's what's up. In these days and times, as we're facing major heat waves all around the world, one of the best things that we can do is figure out how to better manage our bodies so that our bodies aren't stroking out. We're not having heat strokes. We're not suffering from heat exhaustion. We're not killing ourselves in all this heat. What are some things that we can do, my brother? What are some things that we can do, my sister? Well, we're not going to talk about clothing, but just briefly, make sure that if you are wearing some clothing, you're not wearing clothing that'll be causing you to sweat a whole lot. Wear short sleeve shirts if that's possible, if the bugs don't eat you up. Another thing, we're not going to talk about diet, although the less processed food, the better, because you have to realize that your body is under significant stress and strain when there is all that heat out there. The less processed food that you have, the less stress, the less strain on your body. But we're not here to talk about diet. What we are here to talk about is what you are doing to hydrate. Now, some individuals may ask the question, who's hydrate? We don't know who that is. Why? Because they do not hydrate. When we're talking about hydrate, we're talking about the liquids that we place in the bodies so that our bodies can go strong. Hydrating, we are actually making sure that the sweat, the liquids that the body loses are being replaced. Unfortunately, you have individuals who will replace those liquids with liquids that the body is not even accustomed to dealing with or should be accustomed to dealing with. Sadly, I knew this brother who was a roofer. A lot of roofers use alcohol, and that's a recipe for mistakes. But as it relates to the body, that's a recipe for disaster, because alcohol itself dehydrates the system. So alcohol is not a good replacer of the sweat that a person is losing. Just think of this. If your body's better able to function, your brain is better able to function. So if you put the right liquids in, your brain will respond a lot better. Your brain will be able to process things a lot better. Now, if you're putting alcohol in, which is a depressant, which is also a dehydrator, then what are you doing? You're messing up your body and your brain. Those are two good reasons to stay away from the alcohol. And of course, if you're a roofer, my mercy, please stay away from that. You don't want to be rolling off the roof. Individuals use other things to try to keep their bodies strong. They use energy drinks. Let me be very clear on that. So if energy drinks are to give you energy, there's no need to eat. So one or the other needs to be nixed. All the things lost by your body's sweat, those things can be replaced with a proper diet. It is most certainly true that you can lose energy, you can lose nutrients, you can lose minerals. Yes, it is true. But my brother, my sister, good diet takes care of that. What is not taken care of well is the liquids. If you're in an environment that's highly arid, I say like the desert, like the desert, you may not even realize that you've perspired, but you have. And many people, even when they're in a humid environment, even though they may be sweating a lot, for some reason, don't pay attention to that. And what are some of the consequences of not being well hydrated? Heat exhaustion, heat stroke. And whether you're talking about heat exhaustion or heat stroke, you're talking about something that is life altering, life threatening. So you really do need to take care of yourself. What is one of the best things? No. What is the best thing? Water. Didn't say water with minerals. Didn't say water with electrolytes. Just plain water. Now, some individuals will try to drink lemonade during a hot summer day. Is it to say that you can't drink any lemonade at all? Not at all. But the challenge with lemonade on a hot summer day, well, you see the brother. What's going on? He's fighting the bugs. They like the lemonade too. Why? Because of the sweetener. The plain and simple, the sugar. What's so challenging with sugar? Well, because the bugs like it. That's one thing. But another thing that's so challenging with the lemonade or the sugary drinks is that sugar actually clogs the system. Sugar actually thickens the blood. And when it is so hot and you've already lost a lot of water, my brother, my sister, you put sugar on top of that and it clogs the system even more. Once again, we're not saying you can't have a nice cold glass of lemonade, but the unfortunate thing is, if that's all you're drinking, there's going to be a problem. Or if that's the majority of what you're drinking, or if that's half of what you're drinking, there's going to be a problem. The very best thing, far and away, is just a nice, clean, pure glass of water. Do you want to get purified water? You want to get distilled water? Do you want to get spring water? Just make sure that the water is nice and clean. How much do you need to drink? Some individuals will say 8 glasses of water a day. That's great. But are they taking into account extreme warm weather? Maybe they're not. And not only that, but are they taking into account that you're probably eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and those things have water in them, which is great. And they most certainly add to the hydrating effect. The best things that you can do is pay attention to the color of your urine. If it's a concentrated yellow, that means that you need to drink more water. You don't need to just straight out chug. Just take your time, drink slowly. Take a little sip here, take a little sip there, but take sips often so that when you do go to the restroom, you pay attention to that urine. It's not going to be functified. It's going to be just right. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Also, click the notification bell so you can be notified of our next video. And of course, go to www.destressmethod.com for more resource information. Well, that's all we got for now. This is D, and Less Stress for Life. That's what's up. Peace.